Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to RK Yoga Chat. I am RK and I am here to talk to you guys about yoga. So I hope that you guys are having an awesome morning. I was with you Wednesday and we spoke and chatted and you guys were able to listen to me and come back and review the live or listen to it for the very first time. And I just want to thank you guys for being such active participants, and I really do hope that you are enjoying our conversations, and I'm looking forward to what is to come. So, good morning to you from my side of the globe, in case you're watching this from somewhere else. I am in a southern state, so this is our morning time, and I hope that you guys are having an awesome day. Even if you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping good. I'm a little bit jealous of you because I'm not, but that's okay. So I'm not sleeping right now. I'm up and I'm actually quite thankful to be up. I'm thankful for this time. So don't take it in a bad way about me being jealous. Of course, I would love to have sleep, but my husband and I have 10 kids. So we probably haven't really had a good night's rest since 2008. It's been a long time. No offense to you, Junior. But yeah, because I said we hadn't slept since 2008. You don't have to be so quiet. All right, so our kids are in the background. They actually helped set this all up. Yay, team. They got all the lights together. My daughter reminded me about, putting my face on. So got all makeup. And yeah, I come to slay, as they say. So anyways, that's one of those modern terms that I'm still learning and getting acquainted with. But we are talking about yoga. We're talking about breathing. And we're also talking about postpartum packages today. I did talk to you guys and told you that I was going to come back to talk to you about what we were going to do with postpartum. And I wanted to really do that as a Zoom. But I believe the best way of handling this is for us to meet in person. So I want for you guys to DM me. To let me know you're interested, and then I will DM you the location of where we're going to meet at. And this is only for postpartum mamas. I will have other packages available for anyone else. But right now, I really want to focus on postpartum because that's something that's dear to me. Like I said, my husband and I, we have 10 children. I've gone through different phases of postpartum. Have I gone through all phases of postpartum? Of course not, because each person is an individual, are created and designed different hormonally. So my response to postpartum is going to be different than another woman's response to postpartum is going to be. So there's no way that I'm going to sit here and go, I've experienced it all. But I do know I've had some very low moments with postpartum. I've had some very high moments with postpartum. I've had some gains and some wins with my postpartum journey. And that's something that I want to be able to share with postpartum mamas as an encouragement. So that package is going to be available coming up next week. I'm going to put a flyer out for postpartum mamas. And if you know postpartum mama, definitely let her know. And you can just DM me and I'll give you the location, all the information from there. But I will put the flyer out and we'll just go from there. We'll do it that way. And in case someone's going, what is postpartum? I don't know what postpartum is. Is it something automatically that you have once when you have a baby? Technically, it is something that you normally have. It is really that time where the hormones are getting rebalanced. When we, as women who become mamas, and not everyone becomes a mama, some people are aunts, and some people adopt children and so forth. But whenever you have a child and you're organically growing that child, one of the things that happens is your hormones changes and it fluctuates literally to accommodate the new life that's in the belly. And so things have to find a balance, and that's why that first trimester is so awkward for so many of us. And that doesn't go for everybody. Some people are just like, they breeze through it. Whereas there's some people like myself who had morning sickness for almost a full 9 months or for 6 months, and really had it really, really bad. Like I've got some horror stories with morning sickness. And then I've also got certain pregnancy journeys where I didn't really have very much morning sickness. I may have just felt like I was going to throw up and nothing came out. So it's different. Every pregnancy is different. Each person's body is different. Your response to the pregnancy is going to be different. What you eat influences it. What you drink, when you don't drink. I'm talking about like water and, just keeping yourself hydrated. That influences it. Stress level influences it. So the body's constantly trying to like balance. And that's our main thing. Our body wants to have balance. That's what's so awesome about yoga, because it's about balance. So your body wants to have balance, even though there's a baby that's growing inside of you. So once when the body finds balance around the second trimester, generally speaking, not for everyone. I told you in some of my pregnancy journeys, that was not the case. But generally speaking, second trimester, there's that hormonal balance. Third trimester, usually for people, they're full of energy, they're happy, but they're also like ready to deliver. Not all the time. Some people are like, hey, I love it. I love being pregnant. I'm not ready to deliver. But for general purposes, most mamas are ready. So you have your baby, healthy, beautiful baby. And from there, the body has to do what? Find balance again. Your hormones are fighting to get back in balance, because now the balance that it had with the person being inside of you, the little tiny beautiful baby being inside of you, that baby has now been delivered, and even the placenta has been delivered, and the hormones are just everywhere, just dropping low, extremely high, and your estrogens and testosterone and everything else is really trying to like figure out, how do we get ourselves back in balance? That's honestly what postpartum stage is. Now, when you add in the emotions that you experience due to your body trying to find balance, that's when you hear people talk about baby blues, which is just a very short time period where someone may feel kind of sad and lonely and isolated, and just really trying to figure out their role from being, either, a woman that didn't have any kids, or maybe had 2-3 kids, and now you have this new addition and you're in a new role. And so you're either a first-time mama, or you're a mama to 4, or you're a mama to 10, and you're trying to see who I am now. And you feel a little bit sad. And that can be for a very short time period. But then you also have postpartum depression, which is much more longer of a period of time. And sometimes people may feel depressed. They will feel very, very sad, harder to get out of bed. They may, when they get to the point where thoughts are very intrusive and they may be thinking of harming themselves or harming their baby, that's when you really, that's when that person really needs to see someone who's a specialist, a psychologist, who can help them and direct them and get them into a healthier place. So postpartum depression is definitely not something that we want to play with. We don't put a lot of focus or attention on it. And that's one of the reasons why it's so important to me, because like I said, I've endured it, and I've found different things, different personal strategies that have helped me to stay in a healthier place, mentally and emotionally, physically, just everything. So I want to be able to share that with other postpartum mamas. And that's why postpartum mamas are so dear to me, because that's where I come from. That's my background. That's, our youngest is a year and a half, almost a year and a half. He's more like, 18 months now, guys? July, August, September. Oh, wait. No, he's like, oh, wow, he's 15 months. Yeah, he's 15 months, but he's like wearing 18 months and 2T clothes. So, yeah, he's just growing on us. So he's still so small, but time is going by quick. So we have a little bitty one. And, that for me still puts me in postpartum stage. You go through the postpartum stage for at least 2 years. So that is going to be the first package that I'm going to offer. I will be putting that information online. Okay, I'll be putting that online, putting that flyer out there. You will DM me, and we'll get all that information exchanged so that you guys can be a part of it, and we can, be able to heal in a healthy way. That will be a group session. Also, I want to let you guys know that would be a group session, because I, in my personal opinion, feel that the best way of healing is with a group. And the benefits of a group session is that you get to talk, you get to exchange information, you get to be able to work out and lean on each other and just create this very nurturing environment. I am literally a former all-girl school graduate. And I learned from that experience, from my high school experience of going to an all-girl school. I learned the importance of being able to lean on each other and having that sisterhood and being able to really grow and form these friendships with people that otherwise you may not have met or known. So I personally am a huge advocate of group classes and being able to just really grow together, heal together, learn together, support each other, and lean on one another. So that's going to be what these classes will be. For any, private yoga lessons, we'll go through that, on a one-by-one or one-on-one basis. But this is going to be a group session, so I do want to let you guys know that as well. I'm going to put that flyer out there, and I want to put another shout out to Coach Play, the Coach Play Experience. That's my husband. He is a personal trainer, a fitness instructor, and a nutritionist coach. So you are looking to be able to get yourself in shape mentally, physically. You need someone who can just give you that encouragement. You may even have a home gym right now and you're not really using it. And you need someone who could just put that fire under your butt. That's who you need to talk to. You can reach him at the Coach Play Experience, and that's play with an I and not a Y. An I, coachplayexperience@gmail.com. He's available on Instagram, Facebook. Like I said before, I do believe he's on TikTok. Yeah, I'm so very certain. I got to get that confirmed, but I'm pretty sure he's on TikTok too. He's, into the social media just like I am. So you can contact him. The classes that he has right now, he has slots that are available, especially for Tuesday and Thursdays. And then in the morning, his evening slots that are available. And we are getting ready for some holiday packages. So if you are wanting to get yourself in shape and get yourself mentally healthy before the holidays hit and throughout the holidays, this is who you want to talk to as well. Okay? So contact the Coach Play with an I and not a Y, Coach Play Experience. I'm using American Sign Language, just to let you know. So let's get into this. Last time we were together, I talked to you guys and I said, we are going to talk about breathing. I have these awesome, amazing cards from the Workout Labs with an S. I want to make sure I got that right. Workout Labs. And these cards have been extremely helpful to me, guys. Just extremely. I'm going to be honest with you. The ring light going into my glasses is bothering me. So I'm going to take my glasses off. So, let's see here. These cards right here. And not all cards are created equal. Like I said, these are really my favorite cards. The Workout Labs. I plan on getting some different cards as well. So I can just be able to do yoga review cards. Review of yoga cards with you guys as far as what works for me and what doesn't. There's a lot of different types of breathing techniques that you can do. A whole lot. These just have a few of them, such as bee's breath. I feel like I'm showing cards to my children for the younger set for school time. Cooling breath. Ocean breathing. Yogic breathing. Shining skull breath. And one of my favorites is the alternate nostril breath. Now, one of the benefits of these cards is that it has the actual Sanskrit, which is what the original language of what each pose is, or in this case, the breathing technique. So this is called Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. And this is an alternate nostril breathing. I've shown this one to our children. Would you say that the alternate nostril breathing has been beneficial for you? Would you say that one works out for you guys? It's calming. Very good. Good job. I like that. So our daughter, she said it's calming, and our boys in there, and they said, So when I happened to stumble upon this, it was literally me stumbling upon it, learning more and more about yoga. And it just it's been very helpful to me. Honestly, just breathing, period. I literally, the other day, it was yesterday. So much drama was going on. I almost had like a panic attack, and I was outside. My oldest son was with me, and I just had to, did you see me? I just had to like breathe for a little while on the steps. Yeah, I just had to take that moment to breathe. Breathing is so important. And once I did the breathing, it's like a creative idea came to me immediately. That's the awesome thing about breathing. Like, so many benefits about breathing. So with this particular breathing technique, what you're literally going to do, and this is the other reason why I love these cards, because it has directions on the back, and it's like step by step by step. Okay, so it tells you the benefits. It says cleanses respiratory system and balances the left and right brain. Relieves stress and anxiety, calms the mind, and delivers or develops concentration. So one of the things that you're going to do whenever you're doing the alternate nostril breathing, or I should say the Nadi Shodhana Pranayama, what you're going to do is that you're going to sit in a comfortable position. You're going to lengthen your spine, and lengthen just literally means, like right now, I'm not lengthening. I'm just kind of like sitting in a more relaxed position. But if I were to lengthen my spine, I'm just going to lift it up. I'm going to lift up those vertebrae. Lift it up. My chest is lifting up. My shoulders are lifting up. I'm not putting my shoulders up here because it's going to add tension and stress. And when I come out of my breathing technique, I'm going to feel that tension and stress right here. And it's going to be really easy to say, well, that didn't work. It's not that it didn't work. My technique was faulty. So make sure whenever you lift that you're lifting up, lengthening the spine. You're going to feel it vertebrae by vertebrae. Lengthen up. And you're just going to allow your chest to lift up as well. Because it's kind of hard to have your chest way down here and your spine lift up. You're going to hunch back. So make sure the chest is lifting too. And automatically, without you even having to do anything with your shoulders are going to lift. Don't lift them yourself. Just let it naturally happen. So the spine is lengthened. You may end up feeling a little bit of pressure in that back a little. But that's okay. Don't do it to where it hurts. Like, don't arch back real far and it hurts. Just lengthen. Allow it to just, imagine in your mind. And there's so much of yoga that has to do with imagining, which is still in my field because, as many of you may know and may not know, I am an adult play therapist. So imagination is so important to what I do. I'm a play therapist coach. So imagination is important to anything that we do. So you want to imagine kind of like you're a puppet and there's this string and it's just lengthening. Your puppeteer grabs that string and straightens you out. So you're not going to overarch back because you want to be able to have that balance. You don't want to go too much forward because, again, you want to have that balance. Almost say this, right? You want to have it balanced. So you're just going to have it straight. All right. You're going to bring your left thumb. For people who need to know, this is your left thumb right here. And your index finger together. Rest the back of the hand on your left knee. Boom! So you're going to have it like that. And it's going to hit that knee right there. And yes, I'm wearing shorts. I've got shorts on. So, yeah. It's going to go right there. Right? And then you're going to tuck your right index and middle fingers into your palm. So with your right hand, you're going to tuck the right index and your middle fingers into your palm. You're going to close your eyes, okay? We have to be comfortable with closing our eyes because it develops within us trust for ourselves. Trust with our atmosphere, trust with our environments, trust with ourselves, trust with our God, trust with our universe. There's so many of us who come from traumatic places in our childhood and in our life, and trust is one of the things that we battle with. We have a battle with trusting ourselves. We have a battle with trusting other people. So when we do yoga in a group session, what we'll find is that we're closing our eyes, we get still looking around us. to see what other people are doing, making sure we don't get harmed, making sure that the other people are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. And, am I doing it right? And it comes from not trusting, either not trusting yourself, not trusting other people, or both. So when you do yoga, make sure that you are closing your eyes. Because this is what's going to help you, like I said, to develop a greater sense of trust with yourself, as well as be able to breathe properly. I cannot breathe properly if I'm trying to look and see what someone else next to me is doing. Only breathe properly whenever I let myself go and I trust. So this is going to encourage you to trust yourself, trust others around you, trust your environment, trust your atmosphere, trust your God, trust your universe, trust that you're doing it the right way. Have confidence in doing it the right way. You can release and breathe properly. Very good. So you're going to close your eyes. All right. Now I have to open mine so I can read the next instruction. But you're going to close your right nostril with your right thumb. So you're literally going to take that thumb and put it on your right nostril. Things are backwards on the camera, so I was kind of in my mind thinking it should be the other nostril. No, let's trust this is the right side. So on the right nostril, you're just going to close it. See, I pinched it in. Almost looks like I have nose surgery. Yeah. All right, so you're just going to pinch it in with your right thumb. And you're going to exhale completely. Now, I will say this as a disclaimer. If you're suffering with allergies, if you have a cold, a flu, anything that's going to block the respiratory system, this may not be the best breathing technique for you just yet until that clears up, because it can, if you're kind of blocked on one of your nostrils and you're trying to breathe in exchange, it may cause a little bit more irritation and issues. So keep that in mind. If your nose is blocked, you have allergies, something like that, this is not going to be the easiest breathing technique for you to do. And you would have to do a different technique until your nostrils clear up, okay? So you're going to close your right nostril with your right thumb and exhale completely. You're going to inhale through your left nostril. And then with your ring finger, you're going to close that left nostril. You're going to release your thumb and exhale through your right nostril. And then inhale through your right nostril. You're going to alternate. You're going to close your right nostril with your thumb. Release your ring finger. And exhale through your left nostril. And this is round 1. You can repeat this for 5 rounds. And then you're going to rest in corpse pose for several breaths. And resting in corpse pose, that can be anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes, but a minimum of 5. And I notice even when I breathe from this nostril that I actually have a little bit of some blockage, but not in a bad way where this is troubling. So if we were to do this for 5 rounds, it would be And keep in mind when you're breathing from your diaphragm. When you're releasing, you almost want that stomach to get pushed in to your vertebrae, okay?
Never thought it'd be a time I would tell people, like, look up my nose. But if you notice when I breathe, you actually see the nostril inflate. So let's pay attention. Stomach is like a balloon. Deflate. One more round.
It's during this time that you just really want to spend some time letting your breathing go back to normal. Because we changed up the flow of breathing. And that's the thing, no matter what technique that you decide to utilize, it'll be different day to day. It can be different if you do yoga in the morning. The breathing technique that you use for like your evening yoga flow will be different. But you always want to give yourself time to allow your breathing to regulate, to get back to normal. One of the things that we find is that corpse pose has so many benefits for regulation. I read an article, and it's so true. I find this in my own practice. If you don't have time to do the corpse pose, you just shouldn't do yoga that day. You know, if you're like, listen, I'm in a rush, or you should shorten. If you're especially doing yoga at home, you should shorten your yoga flow, like all the poses that you have. Go ahead and shorten that so that you can make sure you devote time to corpse pose. Corpse pose is so important for regulation of the mind and the body. And I'll give you more information next time we meet about corpse pose and the benefits. But it's great. It's so very, very good. Just like breathing techniques are so good. It's good to change up the flow of air purposely and intentionally, because you're training your lungs how to be able to breathe and to contract and expand properly. You're literally giving a workout, an exercise to your respiratory system, in particular with your lungs. You're allowing blood to flow to your brain, getting oxygen to your brain. It helps with your focus. It helps to relieve anxiety. Hello, Daily Adventures of Ash Harbor. How are you? That's one of my sisters from Sacred Para community. Like I told you guys, I'm a play therapist coach, and I just love to play. And yeah, check out that page. And Daily Adventures of Ash Harbor is definitely another page that you want to check out. She does amazing miniature pieces, crochet pieces and blankets and hats and scarves in miniature form. I enjoy crocheting as well. I have not mastered making small things on the same level that she has. So definitely check out what she does. I would advise anybody, like, go to my Sacred Para page, look at who I'm following, look at who follows me, and check that out. It is just a wonderful experience that's in my life and encourage what I'm doing right now. Like, I doubt that I would have went into yoga, even though my husband is extremely encouraging. He's like, get it, do it. And he's the primary one that was like, I'm in fitness, you're in fitness. Because I was already teaching dance when we met. So he's like, get back in there. But being able to, have the experience of adult play has really encouraged me to, imagine and get beyond my own limitations and step out there and do. So I do lives on on my other page, and that's what really helped me to feel more secure with doing lives on here, because I was extremely nervous. It's so weird. I was like so extremely nervous about doing a live on this particular platform, but my doll community, I'm like, no problem, because I mean, we're family, so it's just family of creatives. It feels great. So thank you for joining. But so that is really relieving. Like, I feel so like loose right now. I know my speaking probably even changed, because it gives you like a little bit of like a buzz, a little high, makes the brain tingle. So I would definitely advise you, after you do that. Oh, I love your lives too. She also has lives, so you can check those out as well. And she has an Etsy store. So I'm putting it all out there. I'm giving you a shout out. But yeah. So, and she makes miniature purchases too. Just check it out. Just check it out. You won't be disappointed. So that, when it comes to the alternate nostril breathing, is something that will definitely calm your body, calm your mind, calm your spirit, give you that wonderful dose of oxygen, increase your, what am I trying to think of? Is it oxytocin that I'm thinking of? Oxytocin? I think it's oxytocin. I gotta look it up again. But like, that's the feel-good hormone. And that's really like the hormone that we get whenever you're, in my case, like a mommy, and you're with your baby, and you're hugging on your baby. Huh? The serotonin? Well, your serotonin and endorphins are gonna rise with like working out. But the oxytocin is whenever, it's like that feel-good hormone when you're hugging like a loved one, and it makes everything just feel really good and happy. So yes, definitely give that one a try. Look it up on YouTube, and especially if it's something that you've never seen before. And although we did it together on this live, you know, maybe you're when you get a little bit more information, always research, always find out. And if this one doesn't work for you, find one that does, and we'll go through some more breathing techniques, not during this live today, but we will go through some more. And remember, this is the Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. That is the Sanskrit, the actual original word, the original language of what the alternate nostril breathing is. So we talked about I got my little notes right here. Oh, and today fall begins. Yay! Today is the first day of fall. It's one of my favorite what is this? Seasons. I even got kind of like my fall colors on right now. But I love me some fall. I love colors. I love when I would walk to grad school, and I would like crunching on the leaves. It was just awesome. I loved it. I love the way the weather feels. I've always enjoyed fall since I was young. For me, in my mind as a kid, fall started in August. Like when the school year started, it was like, oh, this is fall, and I love school. So I did. So I was excited to get back to school, and I associated school to fall. And it was just that, you know, that time when it's not as hot. The weather's like nice and breezy. I love fall. Fall is just a very beautiful time of the year. And also I met my husband in the fall. So like I can't really say right at fall, but in the season, like right at the cusp of fall, September 15th. We still celebrate that anniversary. That's our first anniversary, and then our wedding anniversary. Love me some fall. So we talked about the packages. Look out for flyers, guys. Look out for flyers. First one I'm going to be doing is the Postpartum Mama yoga. I'll have a creative name for it. It'll come to me, and I'll put it on the flyer, and bam, and then you guys will DM. If you know a postpartum mama, let her know. Or if you just want to, register, do that. So you will DM me for registering. I'll have all the information on the flyer. We've already talked about the wonderful benefits of breathing techniques. We've explored alternate nostril breathing. And I will say this much, the next time that we meet up again, we're going to talk about corpse pose. If no one's ever seen it, this is your first time seeing it, this is what corpse pose looks like. And it's very important. So we are going to talk about corpse pose. I'll talk to you about what's on the back of this particular card, as well as my own personal experience with corpse pose and what I think. If there's a pose that I'm just not a favorite of, I'm going to let you know that. If there's a pose that's one of my favorite, I'm going to let you know that. And it's okay if we have different opinions. In fact, that's why this is a chat. So if you've done yoga and you're like, I didn't have the best experience with it, put it down. Let's talk. Let's chat about it. and let's, explore what the experience of yoga is for each one of us. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this live. It has been a pleasure talking to you guys and just being able to hold the space with you. Look out for the flyers that are on the way. Make sure to contact the coachplayexperience@gmail.com. You can find Coach Play with an I, not a Y. He has slots available. He's literally out right now with a client. So, I mean, he's available in the morning. He's available in the evening. He does work at a local gym as well. So time is precious, but we want to make sure our goal as a couple that's involved with fitness and parents, husband and wife, of course, is to make sure that people are healthy. And that's our main thing, is being able to see people healthy, because when you're healthy, you feel better about yourself. You feel better about life. So make sure to contact him as well. Thank you. I'm so glad you caught my live too. I was actually thinking about going on the other page as well. So I may go on there. If you don't have anything going on, sis, check it out. So love you guys. Have an awesome, amazing day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.